Shit, I think we're back in business, folks. Go. Let's hope. Let's hope we can keep this one in business, huh? Hold on. Doing a couple of things here on this side note. Where are you coming? There you go. Get over here. All right, cool. Right on. Good to see you, Hawk. Arkansas Prepper, awesome. All right, getting some of the chat back in. And Hawk, dude, I'll tell you what, with this strike, dude, it really kind of let me know about what you guys, I mean, you're on channel 4 already, dude. Like, ridiculous, man. It's crazy. Hey, what's up, Rainy? Hey, Fishes. Sovereign, everybody. Wow, look at already 12. Cola. Just like Coca-Cola. Except I don't think you got woke. I'll have to wake you up. Hey, Susanna, Mayor, John, good to see you. Hey, Tammy, what's up, Rip? Rip is everywhere. And he is nowhere. But he's everywhere. What's up, Gary? Oh, yeah, I should probably post the link, huh? I can actually get people on panel this time without having to worry too much. Let's see. Let me see if that posts. I gotta do this. I gotta find my channel again. Let's see. I do love that one thing about this platform is they do make it pretty easy. There's Hawk. Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey. Yeah, it's this is I'm actually on my 10th channel because all my original ones were all under my name or under my business, Ucana 2. And they took them all. They took every one of my channels. So believe me, it's this really is not gonna go well for these companies that are pulling this BS because it's really going to come back to bite them in the ass in the long run. It's going to cost them more money than they ever made in the history of their companies being around. And I'm going to sit back and I'm going to get one hell of a chuckle from it, because they're fucking idiots. Sorry to say it like that, but it's just the truth. They're fucking idiots. No matter what we try to do
there's going to be some opposition. Now, see that this here is where we have the biggest problem is what if these major platforms like YouTube and others are against us? I mean, like seriously, now granted, on the ground, we have a large base. Most of it, I should say the majority of it. I'm betting right now in your community right now, Hawk, you have quite a few people that are going to be fighting right alongside you and not against you. And Zach, I would have to say the same about you and most of the people in the chat. I mean, we have set ourselves up to that.
Well, my biggest thing is anything that I deliver, I try to make sure there's no bullshit mixed in there. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing is making sure that there's not any, I don't ever want to say dates, times, things like that, because of the fact that, things could change on a dime with everything in our lives. And I don't think that people realize the extent of just that statement in itself. Things can turn on a dime at any time,
yeah, you get pulled over by the police. Guess what? Your life just got changed.
Yeah.
Fucking turn of a dime. Yep. You don't know what you're gonna get out of that cop. He might be a good cop. He might be a piece of shit cop. You don't fucking know. It's like the whole Forrest Gump thing. You know, it's like chocolates in a box. You know, you never know what you're gonna get.
Right.
You know, I mean, I've met my share of good cops, and I've met plenty of my share of bad cops, dude. I'm kind of 50-50 on this, man. Dude, they're just people too. Just for some reason, we put them in a fucking monkey suit and a badge on them, and everybody's like, "Oh, these guys know everything. We should just do what they say." Dude, that's how we get into idiocracy, right there. That's how people get into idiocracy. Just trust everything the government says, because you know what? The government are the dumbest ones out of all of us. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm not in my third channel. Okay. Yes, I can say that. I can say that blatantly now. Yes, the government doesn't have a fucking clue. Dude, very few politicians have a real fucking pulse on the society. Most people are being driven by fucking mainstream propaganda and fucking bullshit scientists coming out there saying my multi-million-dollar fucking drug is the best thing for you. And don't worry, you'll still have the virus, and but whatever. But that's my opinion, YouTube. That's my opinion. That's how I look at it. Okay, I'm not a doctor. You're not gonna see me in a fucking gown with a fucking tag on my fucking sleeve or on my pocket.
The yellow star.
Fuck them.
He moved us over to this channel so we can say anything we want and not worry about whether the channel gets taken down or not.
Yeah, it might have already been taken down anyways. They hate me. They hate Dangerous Freedom. You know why?
They don't like freedom, period.
No, I'll tell you exactly why. Damn it. Why blew down my throat. No, you know why they hate Dangerous Freedom? Is because we are direct opposition to them. And as long as they hold the media and the government, well, whatever governorships they have left. I mean, we got fucking governors around the fucking country and states standing up around the country saying, no, fuck you. Fuck that shit. The states, dude, we're seeing a divide between states now.
Yep.
Like we've never seen before, ever since like Texas and the South tried to secede. These are epic times, folks. We really are living in epic times. Shit that we learned about in high school, or junior high, or whenever you did your history and civics stuff. But like we're living through it now, folks. It's insane. I hope y'all are prepped. Yeah, go ahead, Zach.
On the solider topic, before we left the last podcast, every year I actually do the 22-day 22 push-up challenge to help the awareness of solider and veteran suicide.
All right, shit.
Wow,
crap,
Zach.
dude. This is insane. All right, I'm gonna have to go way back up here. This might take me a minute. I've got to throw out some wrenches here. Nobody got wrenches over here. Holy crap! All right, you're wrench. Wait, no. Wait, how come it's not letting me wrench you? Let's see. No, that's not right. Why is it not letting me wrench anybody? This is weird. Recorder block.
So, to answer Rip's question, Rip, the first thing that you want to start doing, seeing that it's coming up on budding time, is start mixing some bone meal. Fishbone meal is about the best, because that way there you get a certain level of nitrogen at the same time to help keep the plant green.
I see. I know exactly why I can't. I'm on the wrong fucking. I gotta switch my account. Hold on. Sorry. Now I can toss out some wrenches.
Operator error.
Yeah. Well, dude, I got the new stream set up pretty damn quick. You got to give me that.
Okay, so what were you saying, Hawk?
So during this time of as the plant's doing its transition period, you wanna be mixing in some fishbone meal. You can buy it at any gardening supply store. It's only a couple of dollars for a big box of it, and you just do like if you're say for instance you're in a 20-gallon pot or a 25-gallon pot, take a teaspoon of it and just sprinkle it over the top of the soil and then water it in real good. But then then you're going to want to start kicking in some potassium, some phosphorus. I generally at this time I'll run some Epsom salts through there to help clean up the roots and reactivate some of the nutrients that have been sitting in the soil dormant that were waiting for the flowering period to come along. It's basically I layer my soil. So I have fishbone meal, kelp meal, blood meal, bat guano, a little bit of chicken shit, not much, just a little bit, because it
You
tends
only
to
got a little bit of chicken shit.
it tends to overheat the plant, and if you overheat it, then you'll screw things up. But I always keep a bottle of CalMag handy just in case it starts to yellow up while the budding is starting. So a little bit of nitrogen, a little bit of CalMag is not a bad thing during the first week and a half of flowering. But the big thing is getting your high boosts of potassium in there. That's going to be the big thing. And a lot of times I'll take bananas, the whole banana. Peel and the innards, throw it right into a blender, turn it into a puree, and I will pour that on top of the soil, and I'll give it about an hour of saturation time, and then I'll take and I'll put a couple of gallons of water on there, let it really push down inside, and then the next day, give it a little bit more water again. And that banana puree will actually provide potassium for about a week and a half. That the plant wants it. In higher quantities.
Cool.
And then after that, you can cut back on it a little bit. So
okay, so as we'll see, all right, we got 27 in here. It's not bad. Switching over. As you see, I've been able to give most of your wrenches back. This will be my after dark channel for the meantime, at least a week. And unless they appeal the other channel, if they appeal or if I get my appeal and they accept it, they'll be like, yeah, you're right. You guys, you're just over there talking shit. But I'm not really counting on YouTube to do that. That's why I started this one. So anyways, yeah, plan on us being over here for at least another day or so.
Time to smoke this thing because it's been sitting here too long.
So, Hawk, hold on, Zach, I see it. But Hawk and Virginia, I got a question for you. What are your thoughts on great white sharks? Would you like to swim with one?
If it doesn't have no teeth, no problem.
Of course they got teeth. Not to mention they got a jaw that'll snap your leg. It doesn't matter if they got teeth or not. The teeth only make it more of a clean cut. I don't know.
I've swam with a lot of different sharks, but great whites I used to have nightmares about when I was younger. I lived in Hawaii, and I would wake up in the middle of the night just because I used to go snorkeling all the time. I'd swim way out, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night like, what if one of those actually had got to me? So it was one of those what if nightmares. But I've swam with hammerheads, nurse sharks. There's a lot of sharks that just are kind of around, but a great white.
Man, I don't know, man. Nope. I don't, dude. Even a 4-foot shark is, dude. It's not your friend.
No.
Yes, fishes. They did, they struck it. It's not completely down. It'll be down for like a week, I think, and then I can bring it back up. But for now, We'll just hang here. Hopefully, we don't get any trolls. Hopefully, everything stays nice and moderate, and I don't get any more strikes. It's
What did Zach have?
ridiculous.
What did you have, Zach? He had his hand up. I thought.
Excuse me.
The reason
I
do
will be
the
right back.
challenge every year since 2015 is because one of my best friends from high school was in the Navy and he took his life while stationed in Japan.
Okay, so that's why you do that support program that you do. And geez, Zach, I'm really sorry to hear that. That's something that we don't like to talk about in this country is mental health. And the people who come back from these environments sometimes are affected and sometimes they can't dig themselves out of it. And sometimes they're still out there and something goes down. And as I said clearly before, I have never served, but I have been around military installations my entire life, and it's no one wants to talk about it. But where I am now, 80% of my town are military, and most of those have some functioning form of PTSD and alcoholism and marriage. I think the divorce rate is around 80%. It's much higher than your normal average. It's and it's not addressed and it's not handled. And then we throw our vets on the street like garbage. It's something as a patriotic person, it sickens me.
Holy crap. Y'all are quiet. Damn, I leave for 2 minutes. I watched a fucking hilarious movie I'd never seen. I've never really watched it before. Now I'm a big fan of like Monty Python and also a good fan of Cheech and Chong. I got to see him live one time, actually in concert. But anyways, they did a movie way back in the day, and it was the Monty Python cast and Cheech and Chong cast, and it was called the Treasure of Yellowbeard or the Curse of Yellowbeard or something like that. But anyways, dude, this movie was fucking insane. Had Madeline Kahn, had John Cleese, had the fucking guys from Monty Python. I can't remember. Had Marty Feldman. You know, I mean, dude, like Marty Feldman. Come on, everybody remembers Igor.
Yep.
But anyways, and then Cheech and Chong, dude, like seriously, as far as star casted, that thing was all the way up there, and it was, dude. I'm telling you, dude, it got funnier as you watched it, and the more drunk you get, but or high, either or. But no, it was a great fucking flick. Come on, who doesn't like Monty Python and Cheech and Chong?
That's why if I do get in office, I'm going to take care of our soldiers and veterans.
So my sister did a program called Take the First Step. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a suicide prevention. This year they had to do a virtual walk because you can't walk together. And it was we one of our sisters committed suicide years ago, and it really affected her the most because Erin was the youngest. You know, she, you know, that was her older sister, you know. She's my older sister too, but it's, you know, for her it was a lot worse. And you know, suicide is a topic that actually needs to be talked about because you know, so many people are going through so many things right now, and they're not sure what direction this is all going. They don't understand everything that's happening. They don't understand why people are hating on each other and everything now. And you know, people who used to get along so well are now all of a sudden battling each other. And part of that is that you know, we've got a line of BS coming out of our TVs. And whoever made the comment that if we shut down the news for 30 days, the world would be a better place. I have to agree. But I think that I don't think that 30 days is enough to get rid of all the bad eggs out of our media.
Oh no.
It's really not, because I mean, things are going to have to, where news is concerned, there's going to have to be a lot more vetting going on.
You got to think about it like this, Hawk. You remember back during the Iraq War, Gulf Storm, or whichever, the Desert Storm. But you had CNN out there making up a fake set. You had guys out there with fucking hard hats, well, army helmets, well, whatever they want to call them. Out there faking it and proven. And CNN has been proven time and time again. They are making shit up. I mean, come on, folks. You can't believe what you hear from the mainstream media. You just really can't. You got to take it with a grain of salt, just like your mama always told you. Take it with a grain of salt.
Well, this is the other thing, is that understanding
I like the shot method myself.
Understanding the perspective of journalism. Understanding the aspect of journalism. That's part of what this all boils down to. What is a journalist?
What do you think?
A journalist is supposed to be non-biased.
Okay, Tim Pool. I'll bring up Tim Pool because I think he's about the perfect one. Because I started watching him years ago, where he was still kind of on the leftist side, but after all this shit has happened in the recent years, he's recording this shit. I don't know, man. What do you think of Tim Pool?
I think that he runs his mouth about too many other people. And he should just concentrate on what he has to offer. If the story, if it's a newsworthy story, that's one thing. But if you're going to start getting into the gossip side of it, I'm going to turn you off. That's the reason that I turned off Fox and turned off CNN, turned off MSNBC, turned off, all the major news over the last, 6-7 years of my life. I began realizing that it's all just opinion pieces. That's no different than what we do on here.
It's no different than what a pastor or a priest or anybody does. When they get up there, they're reciting their opinion on that scripture. Well, you know what, dude? I'll tell you what. I've gone through the scriptures in the past. I keep a Bible on my nightstand, and I can pick up the same passage. And, I'll tell you what, in 6 months' time, I'll read the same passage. It'll mean something totally, totally different to me than the first time. Maybe the first time I was poor and I was about to be homeless and, I'm reaching out to God. And then the next time it's like, you got me back on my feet.
I saw a Bible from 1687 and I compared it to today's King James Version. What a difference.
Yeah.
What a difference. So much has been taken out of the Bible.
Yep.
So much, and that's the thing, is, we all worship in our own ways, it's
what about the Nephilim? I mean, they took them out.
Well, Hillary Clinton in her email asked to make sure that the Nephilim was delivered.
What I think a lot of people might not know is that up until a few hundred years ago, everything was kept in Latin so that the average everyday layman could not understand it whatsoever.
That is too funny, Daniel. Tim Pool reeks of soy and Shapiro. No shit. Oh my God, Daniel. That is too fucking funny. But that's true. That is true.
As people became more literate and started to be able to read and write, they demanded for it to be in their own language, be it English or whatever, but it was in Latin for quite a long time, and only certain people could read it and interpret it for you. As people learned how to read and write, they wanted to be able to interpret it, and we started to see a huge censorship at that point. King James, I could go on for hours on Tudorphilia. I'm a Tudor file, and he is a Tudor. But he was not the cleanest man in the closet, if you will. And keep in mind that censorship has been going on forever. Everything we're going through right now is not new. We're new to it.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
not new to us.
Virginia,
It's
it would go back. It would go back to like the old saying of whoever wins the war gets to document the history of it.
Right.
yeah.
His story.
It's
Yeah, that's going to be the popular one. You know, like when Abraham Lincoln fucking put a mandate out on the South, and what happened? You had brother killing brother in a massive amounts, and why? For slavery? No, he didn't start out with that. It was like, no, you motherfuckers, man, you're making all this money, sending this shit out. You got to share that money with us. And they're like, no, fuck you. I'm not going to share what I earned with you. Why the fuck would I do that? That's what I loved about the South. Now, granted, they still did have a little bit of slavery, but like seriously, the amount of slavery they had was so minute. I mean, like less than 5% of the people even had a slave or an indentured servant. Dude, a lot of white families came from, you know, Europe and shit like that as indentured servants. They did their 7 years. They got an acre of land. They plotted their own shit, did their own thing, and built their families up. And you know, that's how our country was founded. But you know, I mean, my family came back here in the 1700s. We were colonists. If anything, it's a damn good thing my family even survived at that point. You know, 1770. Let's see, when did we come here? 1735 from Germany on my dad's side, and 1756 on my mother's side. And they were English. So German and English. I know if they? I don't know if they fought in the Revolutionary War. I'm guessing just from how I ended up, my mom ended up, my sister ended up, the majority of the family ended up. We're pretty pro freedom. So I'm guessing if they weren't actually fighting in the revolution, they were at least on the side of the rebels.
Here's the thing. The word slave comes from the country Slovakia. That's the root of the word slave, because the original slaves were in Slovakia. This is thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
A slave has existed in every single culture, and I'm not bringing anyone up or down. My Japanese people were taken to Hawaii before Hawaii was a state to work on pineapple farms as essentially in a slavery mode, because it was not
where and then after Pearl Harbor.
That was before. That was before.
No, I'm saying after Pearl Harbor, we just put them in cages. Fuck you.
Yeah,
we don't trust you.
But Slovakia is the root of the word slave, and that is thousands of years ago in Asia or Eastern Europe.
But you know what? There's a lot of Japanese now, and I'll tell you what. And see, this right here is where it really the rubber starts to meet the road, Virginia, is because there's a big difference between what the government does and how the government feels and enacts on shit like this, whereas how the people feel. Now, the president thinks he has a pulse on the society. He doesn't always. Like right now, we have an administration that has absolutely zero pulse on the fucking society. I mean, I'd be surprised if he's got a pulse. But anyways, you know, it's like you can't be going around locking people up, dude. You're American. If you believe American, you now live, breathe, and eat American. Have flags around your house. You know, have at least patriotism within your heart, or at least individuality. Now, what happens is you get those implants. I know, body snatchers, I would call them. You know, they're Yeah, I mean, we've all seen the invasion of the body snatchers.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you get these people that are implanted into society, and we call them Karens. I call them body snatchers. We've all got nicknames. Some people call them zombies. And dude,
Yeah.
all of the terms work. Every
Yeah.
single last one of those terms work for these people. They are fucking zombies. They're sheep. They are mindless fucking creatures just wandering around society.
Yeah.
Okay, we've all seen them, all met them.
It's
And
a
we're just
slumber
like,
party. They're all asleep.
yeah, it's like, what the fuck do we do? I mean, well, we do what we do. All right, go ahead, Zach. Yes, thank you. Break up my fucking speech there.
I'm German too dangerous. My last name used to be Schaus, spelled Schause.
Oh God,
Oh,
you want to
wow.
hear? Do you want to hear my two last names? Okay, from Germany it was Slothauer, and then from my English it was Ensminger.
Wow.
That was my mother, great grandmother, and father's maiden names.
Okay,
Or-
so the Esminger, that's actually that kind of sounds like a Jewish name. Were they refugees?
Well, let's see. They left in, like I said, the 1950, I think 53, 56, from England.
Oh, wow.
Now my German family came here in like 1735 when they started documenting some of their history. I mean, they were still all colonists, but yeah. So that was the Slothauer side, and I don't know any. I mean, I haven't really delved into some of the background names for like Slothauer and stuff like that.
Ours are usually like German or things like that, but
Oh yeah, that's
you're
what I'm saying. Yeah, Slothauer
yeah,
is German.
yeah.
Yeah, we came here a long time ago trying to get away from Germany.
Yeah.
Maybe my great grandparents saw the writing on the wall and like, we're getting the fuck out of here. Just like you're seeing people leaving LA and New York City and shit
Yep.
like that. You know, people are leaving in droves, man. In droves. I mean, it's gotten to the point, folks. I don't know if you all heard about this, but California passed a tax to where even if you leave, you have to pay them. You have to pay California to leave California. Is
Wow.
that some major fucking bullshit or what? Dude, talk about communist fucking run bullshit. Dude, how is that allowed to happen in America? That right there, folks, is the biggest question. How did we allow this to happen in America? People not standing up. Well, Hawk, what's that? What's that one old saying? The best way for evil to succeed.
It's when good men don't stand up, or one good
Yeah,
man
yeah,
doesn't stand up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of good men out there and a lot of good women.
I think
And I think that we can make this a lot better place if we just opened our eyes. You know, it's we becoming opinionated about other people and shit like that. You know, it's I met so and so and he's da, 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 da. You know, when it comes to like watching Tim Pool, you know, of course we're gonna have an opinion about how we like his perception of the news that he's seen and so on and so forth. But at the same time, you know, when we are meeting people in our communities and things like that, we need to avoid that type of perceptional outlook in order to find out whether the person, whether that person is genuine in front of you, and what they're able to contribute to the community, not necessarily to you, but what they can contribute to the community, because they might not be able to do something for you, but they might be able to do something for a kid down the road, or maybe for an old lady down the road or an old man down the road. They might have something that that person needs, and it becomes more stable because of it, you know. Whereas those of us that are younger, we design shit. We come up with ways of fixing problems. So we have to see past people's quirks. It's like when you hang out with somebody after a couple of days, you begin to notice little pet peeves. When you're dating somebody, you notice pet peeves.
Yeah.
You never notice that. You never notice that pimple on her
No, man,
cheek.
she always kept
You-
asking to touch my
you-
butt.
It's you never notice that pimple on her cheek until after you had sex about 10, 15 times, and you're like questioning yourself as to whether or not you need to be in that relationship. Oh, she's got a pimple. It's a good reason to run out. Um, and dads that have been separated from their children and moms that have been separated from their children, we need to build the American family back.
Yes. The family.
You want to build something back better, build the family back better.
Amen. I agree.
Bring the dads home. Bring the moms home.
Yes.
Enough with this bullshit.
The family unit is what was degraded from the start, and where expectations were put out for each member of a family, the husband, the wife, and all the kids. Expectations were placed on them by societal norms over many decades, to the degree that where we're at now is a complete degradation of unity of a family unit, as Arkansas Prepper Network just said. The family unit is dissolving in front of our eyes. Look at the amount of division of those of us in this freaking room, let alone your families, let alone the bigger picture. But like Rip Curl has said in the past, I don't know if he's in here, and I don't want to misquote him or what have you, but
whatever. We all misquote
Rip. Whole point. Division is the whole point. They can do it with money. They can do it with ideals. They can do it with religion. They can do it with fucking politics. They can do it with all of it. That's the point. Don't fall into that trap. Find what's in common.
Do you remember when Valley Girls were introduced to TV?
Gag me with a spoon.
Do you remember when that happened? When did that happen? Do you guys remember?
1980s, 89.
Do you remember what show it was on that Valley Girls were brought into it?
Oh, was it 90210?
I don't think I don't. Dude, at those points,
Chips.
I wasn't watching TV, dude. I was too busy.
Oh, I loved Chips. California Highway
getting
Patrol.
on with my friends.
Yeah, it was on Chips.
Yep.
Chips is where the first Valley Girls that were put onto TV were done. Okay. And then all of a sudden you had a clique of Valley Girls. It didn't matter whether they were Valley Girls or not. They were Valley Girls in their heads. Okay. Creating one division in school. Then you had the Mean Girls of the 90s.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Do you remember the movie The Mean Girls?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, you remember the movie Not Another Teen Movie?
Yeah. Yeah. But when you look at these, you see how Hollywood has had more perception, manipulation of creating divisions than even the news.
Well, let me tell you
the news.
I don't know.
As far as fear goes, I've never seen the movie Mean Girls, but you know what movie changed my fucking life? Was the movie Kids. Kids, Kids. It had Rosario Dawson. It had a couple of people. Bottom line is a bunch of people doing drugs. They passed HIV around to each other. They were all in homelessness, drug addiction, and by the end of it, division. I'm sure some people in the chat will know what I'm talking about. The movie Kids, Kids. It could be Kidz, but I think it's Kids.
That's cool, JH.
Those came out about the same time, and you had a breakaway in thought between those of us who looked at the bottom barrel, what would be considered the bottom of the barrel in society, and what would be considered cool. The Mean Girls were really the cool girls, right? Really, if you think about it, they were the ones.
Is that where you get your attitude from?
I was never a mean girl.
No, you became one over time.
No, I'm not a mean girl. I am more.
She's been to my farm and hung out with me. She's not a mean girl.
She's not a mean girl.
She's not a
know.
mean
I
girl.
am
Still
not a
haven't showed
mean
me her
girl.
tits.
I know what Hawk means by a mean girl, and it's not Virginia.
Zach heard that one. I'm glad
Yeah.
that Virginia did not.
I'm more of a reformed kids girl. I've been in situations that I should have killed me. And that's why I'm here 25, 30 years later saying, all right, y'all got to get real about how this world works, as opposed to looking at image and popularity and what have you. I don't give a flying fuck about that. Y'all got to realize this is dog eat dog out here.
Arkansas prepper. Oh man, that's good. Yeah, there's a difference between mean and direct. That's
Yep.
good. She knows what she wants, and she's gonna tell you exactly how to give it to her.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a girlfriend like that once.
Yeah, dude. Never quite that aggressive, but yeah, I've had they know what they want, and I oblige.
Oh, I gave it to her.
I've never had one come back and complain, except when they wanted money, and I was like, I'm not giving you a fucking dime, you crazy bitch. And
They all came back and complained, except for the only thing that they couldn't complain about was the sex.
Oh my god.
That was the only thing that they couldn't play. That was the only thing that they couldn't complain about.
That's what they all
Well,
say.
it's like my ex-wife used to come out and complain, I got a small dick and all this, and I'm like, okay, bloody blah. How come we have 3 kids?
Right. Well, that's not a fair statement, and I won't expound on that. Arkansas Prepper Network, I am 43 years old. So yes, I was plenty old enough to enjoy that film in the early 90s.
Well, they say the male semen usually dies off quicker than the female. That's why it's a 50-50 chance. But I figured the deeper you could get it in, the better chances you got. And I had boys every single time.
Well, I had boys every time, and no comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like.
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, he was able to dig it in there. Yeah.
No, but I had 3 children out of 2 pregnancies, and both were pull-out situations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And now you won't even show me your tits.
No,
What
and
the
I'm
hell kind of
fixed.
shit is that?
I'm a fixed bitch, and
I don't care. It's fine with me.
poor Zach. He's like, come on, guys. Did you have something, Zach? Please break the ice for the love of God.
Yeah, JH. Oh my, I'm not even, dude. Like some of some of the background with my ex. But yeah, it was not pretty at all.
Carolina girl, you told me you found a boy, and I'm glad you went on a date. That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope you had a great time, honey.
Wait, Arkansas Prepper found a boy?
Yes, she said she went on a date today. It's been a long time.
Oh, Joyful. Or
Carolina girl. Yep. Go ahead on, girl.
You went on a date tonight.
Heck yes.
Oh, right on. Did you get laid?
No, she said a real gentleman, so I'm gonna guess not. And yep.
Whatever.
That's all right, though. You know what? Something that has been taken from us in all of this is human connection. I think that's why
I know, man. I like
funneled together.
Connection.
Well,
it's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
I don't mind hugging people or kissing people or never mind.
Well, in the world of the interwebs, we have found a way for human connection. So it's cool to hear people going on a date. When I hung out with Hawk, it's a totally different thing to actually touch someone and give them a hug, just like you're saying. It's totally different. We can talk and get to know each other, but until you look someone in the eye and physically exchange energy,
Now, is this still considered lovemaking when you wake up everybody in your fourplex?
That's relative, sir, is my answer.
Yeah, pounding on the headboard. Everybody's yelling except for you. Well, you're yelling too. You're like yelling, "Shut the fuck up!" I don't
Yeah,
care if you're
usually.
fucking. Just damn it, quit banging on the walls, man.
I've got to know what Zach has to say. Hey, Quinn.
Be like, hey, man, either straighten down the fucking bolts on that fucking bed or move it in the middle of the goddamn room. Pardon me. Lord.
All right. All right. On that note, go ahead, Zach.
I'm getting all jelly here. I haven't even had my first kiss yet either.
Oh, Zach.
What? I thought Kay hooked you up.
No, I thought you had an experience one time that you were telling us about. I guess it didn't have a lot of kissing, huh? Oh, Zach. You know what, though? A lot of cultures, they don't kiss at all. Making love does not involve their lips or tongues touching or anything like that. It's a combination of cultural. I believe Eskimo, some of their tribes do not kiss on the mouth. You'll find that in Europe. People do not use that form of expression for various reasons. So it's
well, like prostitutes and strippers.
like Pretty Woman. You never kiss.
I gotcha.
Yeah. No, but
it's
I'm
like you can
serious,
fuck me
though.
in the ass, but not in the pussy. I say that
No, you can go in the stink, not in the pink. It's a matter of whatever. But there are belief systems, there are religions, there are cultures, and there are societies that do not do that. And if you have had intimacy, Zach, or really felt that love person to person, that's what it really is at the end of the day, it really is.
Diamonds. You give me 2 minutes on your earlobe, I guarantee you're gonna be in love with me. Dude, it's like I don't know, it's one of those trademarks. I just I'm not the heavy breather type. And I can just go up there and nibble on a girl's earlobes and like I'm trying. I don't think it's never worked. To be honest with you.
Zach's taking notes.
But you got to remember, you can't heavy breathe, dude. When somebody puts their mouth up to your ear and all you can hear is, it's not sexy. But when like something, kind of warm, kind of swarms over you and just kind of reaches around your neck and then just.
It's almost like you're doing that to Zach right now. I love it. The angle is perfect.
Joyful.
Zachary, I think intimacy can mean a lot of things. Yeah. I don't want you to think if you've not had a certain thing that you've never experienced human intimacy. I don't think the definition of it is that simple. So if you felt that with somebody, you're, sorry, Dangerous. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I'm
okay.
No, I'm laughing because I'm thinking some of the experiences I've had, it's like, holy crap. There's a lot of people that haven't even fucking done any of this shit, man. Like
let's do it like they do together. On the Discovery Channel.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah.
Intimacy. Yep. I agree, Joyful. And that's one thing, I'm not the like two pump chump. It's like, normally when I'm with a woman, I want to make sure she's good and ready. And after that, it's just like, man, you might get 10, 15 minutes out of me. You might get an hour and a half or longer. Depends on how much tequila. I'm telling you, you throw some tequila down my throat. Holy crap. You're going to be sore by the time I'm done.
Yeah. Depends on the person. Yeah. So Garrett Hines, by the way, hello. I have heard about this happening August 11th, and from my understanding, it is a nationwide test. So I'm keeping myself at a level, balanced state of mind as far as, okay, we have this pre-warning of a possible nationwide test. I'd be more interested to see what happened right after that. There have been people that have had service disruptions with their phones and computers, where updates have happened and all of a sudden they're on 5G. Or I kind of think it's a pre-signal shoot before a major overhaul of the type of signal that we start receiving. Now, I am not inferring that there's anything nefarious about that regarding vacations and people's health. I don't know, but I do know, as far as that precise context, that if something happens like that nationwide, I would think that it's some kind of a digital reset of sorts. And I don't mean the reset that a lot of people might think of. I just mean just kind of a digital wash down upload. You won't have a choice what update you get, and bam. But I don't think that that means there's anything going to hit the fan that day.
Quinn's Peak. I know, dude. Isn't it cool? It's a cool icon, though. You know, let's all be happy. Put on your smiley face.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you want to know something fucked up? All right. So we were talking about censorship earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, dude, a lot of times when I sign on to my StreamYards, to my Saturday stream that me and Moose Man and me and Patriot have done in the past, and even if going back to Bobby. Anyways, I put up a little poster icon, a thumbnail, and normally they let it go. But dude, like half the time they're like, no, you're not gonna show that. You know what it was today? Was a plate of ammo, because like once you get the primer and the powder and the bullet in, um, you post them in a plate until you put them in a box or do whatever you're gonna do with them. Anyways, these all were flat top, and they had a smiley face on the top of them. A big old box of them. Here, you know what? Make it easier. I'll just show you the picture. But anyways, they took it down. Yeah, I was like, what? So I ended up putting up the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, which they did not take that one down, which I guess is good. But let me see here. Where are they? Where are you, bullets? Give me back my bullets. Anyways, they were flat tip bullets with a little smiley face on them. And YouTube took that picture down, that icon down. And I've had it saved in my collection for fucking years. I don't know why they keep doing that to me. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, no, that's the Saints. Remember the Boondock Saints?
Oh, wow.
Billy DeSanta. Nomeo DiPatria, whatever, and then blam. No, damn. Lord, I've got so many pictures.
So, did you hear about Canada Customs going on strike?
No.
Yeah, I'm watching a video here on Facebook. All along the roadsides in Canada, along 61. I think that was Highway 61 that I was just looking at there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, just lined with trucks, lined with trucks. They can't go anywhere because customs isn't working.
So we're talking about supplies. We're talking about.
Yeah, you're talking about
trying to get home.
staples. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, Mud. Just so you know, this is my backup channel. I got struck on my other channel tonight, so yeah, that's why that's happening.
You're on a different channel, brother. So
Yep.
you're not missing your wrench. You just haven't gotten one on this one.
Yep. These are my mods, dude. If this channel takes off, awesome, until they shut me down again because of misinformation. What? Like, oh my god! Like seriously, it's getting fucking stupid, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, this is the thing: is that understand that you are going to have a leg up. That when that misinformation is proven to be actual, factual information, that basically gives you a platform to stand on for suing the fuck out of them.
Yeah, maybe.
That's why I've been talking to the lawyers. I got this constitutional lawyer up in Salem. He's been talking my ear off and been going over a lot of things. And I joined the AFP there for Donald Trump's class action lawsuit against Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm not screwing around with these people anymore. I want to be able to speak my mind and not worry about it. I mean, you always got to worry because somebody could take what you say in out of context and and feel butthurt about it. But the fact of the matter is we live in a country where we were taught that using our voices was going to be our rock to stand on. And instead, what you're doing is you're taking away our rock to stand on, and you're putting steel in our hands.
Well, that's all right. You'd be surprised what I could do with a piece of steel in my.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. It's that's what they're doing. They're trying to force that issue, and that's the thing is they want us to start a civil war. That's their objective, is to get people so pissed off that they just start a civil war. And what good is what? In all honesty, what good does a civil war do? Nothing. It does no good. Sure, you get rid of a bunch of stupid people, but at the same time, a bunch of stupid people get rid of a bunch of smart people that weren't so smart. Divide and conquer.
Well, I will.
It's going to come to an end soon.
I agree with you on the whole dividing part. What it's really going to come down to is, when are people going to wake the fuck up? I mean, we see more and more blacks waking up. We see more and more Mexicans. Just everybody that came to America for our dream to be free and not to collect a freaking paycheck by the government from all the other citizens. I mean, we don't want the moochers and the lowlifes and the thieves and the drug dealers. We don't want that. We got enough of that here already. Just saying. And yet, they won't shut down the southern border. Why not? Why aren't they shutting down that southern border? Well, more voters. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Think about how many soldiers have come in.
Oh yeah, middle age,
Yes, exactly. I hear you, Hawk, and I agree.
middle-aged men. They
Sheep,
may not come
wolves,
across the
and sheep
border with an
clothing.
AR-15, but damn right they know how to
They'll
use
get
a
one as soon as they
pistol.
get here.
Mm-hmm. You're talking like sleeper cells. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, the sleepers.
Got quiet all of a sudden. What the hell?
Well, there's something
I
that
scared
I
everybody
think
away.
about. I don't know about the numbers. I'm not going to act like a statistician. I don't know what the numbers are, but something I think about in the back of my head is foreign exchange students. In my state, most of them are from Asia, and colleges get far more money. Universities get far more money from exchange students. In fact, they've got a sort of a quota of how many they need to get per year to push the institution through, right? So, how many people do we let in on school visas who are smart as fuck, taking over our universities and our tech, our medicine, name it, and put themselves in positions where they didn't have to freaking jump a border. They didn't have to sneak in. They didn't have to do anything shady at all. The really smart ones that we need to look out for are the ones that do it with the book in mind, such as exchange students and marriages and all of those things that can get you here with the right box checked.
Hmm. Interesting. Never. I mean, I've always heard about Russian brides and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
How many
But
people think about foreign exchange students? There are some colleges where I live that they require 10, 15, 20% based on a sort of affirmative action mindset to allow foreign exchange students. They charge them 2, 3 times more. Okay. So think about that. The smartest ones, all they have to do is buy their way in through school. That's it.
Yeah, that's just the truth. No doubt about that.
well, that's because, dude, even foreigners want to become Americans.
Yeah. Well, some of them have a different intent.
I know.
I think that sleeper cells, I think that we already have enough here
Oh yeah.
that honestly, the borders don't even worry me. They're already fucking here. Okay.
Well,
They're
the
already
border,
here.
the border still concerns the living shit out of me because
Yes.
I happen to live in one of them states.
It's
But
not my number one, though. I do too. I do too.
I mean, dude, 130,000 that they can record are passing through every month. Every month, 130,000 at least. And and then there's the no-see-ums, the ones that slip by and don't ever get recorded. We have no idea what they were carrying, what they were hauling, what intent they have in our country, whether they have COVID. I'm like seriously, that's the least of our damn concerns.
Yeah.
It's like, man, if they're hauling fucking 10 pounds of fentanyl on their back, I mean, seriously, first of all, you're one brave son of a bitch to be hauling any kind of amount like that. Dude, that shit is fucking horrible, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, dude, I like seriously, I've never been a fan of it. I don't think I've ever tried it. And honestly, I never would try it. And when I saw that cop just touch it and fucking overdose, I was like, what the fuck? Did he take one of the pills? Did he taste it? What the
Mhm.
fuck did he do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, he was down in a minute.
It's a concentrated synthetic that it's very dangerous. And as Carolina Girl is saying, the staffs at restaurants, you'll find a lot come in with work visas. I worked next to a Chinese buffet. It was delicious, by the way. They had pretty freaking good sushi and excellent dishes if you didn't get the deep fried stuff. Their wait staff changed approximately every 6 to 12 months. A whole new load would come in with the produce truck because y'all have to remember there are many doors to the same treehouse that we're in, right? There are many doors. Some of the doors are around the fringes and the borders, but there are innumerable that we don't even think about that are much easier to walk through and come with more benefits. Once you get in here with a work visa, poof, you go into agriculture, done. You're good. You're not going to be found. What you got, Zach?
Well, hey, family, I hate to, but I'm going to bed. Have a great night, and I love you all.
Hey, Zach. All right, man. Thank you for hanging out, coming back over, and everybody. Zach probably will be over here tomorrow night. So, yep. Okay, there we go. Now I just need to get Jeremy over here. You know what? Give me a second here. I'm getting a fucking snack here. You know, a man's got to fucking eat.
That's what they all say.
Dude, I'll tell you what, these last 3 days have been a pain in the ass because my jaw has been so fucking swollen. I could barely even fit a fucking sandwich in my mouth. Oh, man, it sucked.
Hello, Kitty, Garrett. Yeah, I hear you.
No, I didn't even mean that sexually, folks.
I believe you, actually. For the first time, you said something with the word suck, and it didn't involve that.
You know what? I bet Jeremy doesn't even know that I'm over here. You know what? Let me send him an email.
Yeah, text him. I have his info, but it's written down. I don't think I have it programmed.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have any clue about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if he gets this one. Carolina. We'd all be screwed. Screwed, blued, and tattooed. I've never been blued. I take that back. There's been a couple of times that I've had some of that backwater from the fucking Porta John splash up. You know, that shit's blue. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, the blue water for sure.
Oh, yeah.
My brother-in-law, one time he had meatloaf and it didn't go well. And he was working on a job site and the meatloaf did not settle. And the next day he had to use a honey bucket, and the explosion was so aggressive that he got blue water all over his balls and he could not leave to go and change and whatever. He did not eat meatloaf for about 2 years, just from the trauma of that. And I get it. I mean, that's a lot of force. May the force be with you. Actually, it was against him, I think, at that point. Oh, puppies aren't puppies anymore.
The what?
The puppies. And by the way,
Oh, they're outside right now. That's why they're not on camera.
well, how's my child Gabriel?
He's not your child.
You almost said it.
He's not your child.
Yeah. You know, my last son, that name was on the list, actually. Gabriel was on the list. Yeah. I always loved that name.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Navy vet. Shitty.
Dude, what a shitty place to die.
What a shit job.
Dude, I'll tell you what, when I used to work construction, man, people were bad. Like, seriously, it was the point where nobody wanted to use the damn Porta-John because we saw what everybody else did. Once they went in the Porta-John, everybody jumped down from what they were doing, ran over there with 2x4s and fucking propped the door and started banging on the fucking sides. Dude,
Oh,
oh my God. So, the guy couldn't come out. He was stuck in there with people beating on the. Yeah, we were horrible back then.
hey, fishes.
I moved the Porta John from up on top of the hill down to here with somebody in it.
What?
Yeah, you know where it's sitting down by the office. Yeah,
Right.
it was. I pulled up and just I pulled up with the tractor and slid the forks underneath it and lifted him up and carried him down below.
Good.
He was not happy.
Oh, that
Oh no,
right.
it didn't tip over, did it?
Wow.
No, it's just bumpy, and a little dip in here and there. So it was, he was pretty upset.
That is hilarious, actually.
Yeah. He quit work.
Someone on a lift
He quit that day. He didn't come back. It was like his fourth day here, and it was he didn't have a sense of humor at all. You can't work around here if you ain't got a sense of humor. What the fuck's wrong with you? And I did. If I'd have picked it up from the backside of the Porta John, then it would have had a little tipping action. So he'd have been sitting on it and he'd have tipped right out the damn door because he didn't lock the door closed. So it was a good thing that I came in from the front and sealed that door shut. Okay.
Good looking out, man.
Yeah.
Good looking out.
But we don't have a bathroom here. We just have Porta John. That's it. It's our shower is the hose, and for now until we get our bathroom built.
You should have seen when Hawk and I showered together. It was amazing.
Oh wow, you missed it.
I didn't take any footage of that, but oh yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, sweet dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking of you, I usually do.
Yeah.
Not only a friend, but you're also nighttime. Never mind.
Too much information. Nah. I think at the end of the day, there's a lot of mutual respect up in here. We have done this count before, but your chat, 50% or more are women. And even as raunchy as we get and the things we get into, there's no shyness. We're all right.
No, you go ahead and think that. But.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna get some rest and probably fall asleep watching some weird freaking TV show or something.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh my God. I watched this movie called The Space Truckers this morning. It had Dennis Hopper and got a couple, dude, really the actors were pretty good. The script was shit, but I gave it about 4 stars after all.
Is that pretty? How you doing, girl? Yeah. All right. Yeah. You kids have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Who's out, bro?
Good night.
I've only been live for like a couple hours.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well, it was almost 2 on the other one, then 1 here. But I mean, I'm all good if you're all good for a minute. Now, see, here's the thing. What I've noticed is as soon as you eat, you pass out. So once you get your snack
oh,
done,
okay, all right, I got you.
you do. You'll have your snack. You'll be chewing, talking, having a sandwich, and then all of a sudden it's like,
Sound like a cow,
Ron,
don't
you're
I? I
so
sound like
married
a
to a
cow chewing
Democrat
cud.
transgender, and it gets intense.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we have not talked about movies for a minute. I mean, we talk about watching them and whatever, but in my approximation, the last 2 solid years, there hasn't been a great movie put out as far as that classic, huge cinema, awesome blockbuster movie, and not just the locks and downs, but the whole spirit of people is not in it. Like I think the Olympics is at what, a half of the viewership. The Super Bowl was at
Well,
a small percentage.
I mean, I believe that to an extent, but on the same note, my sister, I mean, she records the Olympics. I mean, she goes back and rewatches all of the ski boarding, all of the surfboard. They had surfboarding this year.
Right.
Skating, they had skating. Australia, dude, they had this one guy. I swear he's like a damn robot out there with that fucking board, but he fucking nailed it, big time win. Um, the U.S. women won the volleyball. God, that was a sexy match. Oh, holy
Right.
crap,
You
man! Those
would.
girls were so tan and sweaty. I was like, oh.
What if the
Anyways,
men though?
yeah. So U.S. Women, and then for swimming or for diving, the freaking Chinese one. Dude, and check this out, dude. They picked out girls that were 14 and 15 years old, weighed about 80 pounds, about 5 foot nothing, and they're the divers. But they
Oh,
competed and they won. Whereas, when America went up, our girls, they got some tits on them, they got some ass on them. So when they go in, they normally make a little bit bigger splash, but that's all right, man. You got to account for the difference.
right.
So, anyways, yeah, the Chinese won
Got to
that one. But
calibrate.
I swear it's still cheating. Dude, they shouldn't be allowed to put 14 and 15-year-olds in the damn competition.
So
At
you're
least
saying
18. You got to at least have some junk in your trunk,
it's
or else you're not
appropriation.
allowed in this motherfucker.
Guidelines, that's a tough thing though, because I've had female friends who were fully developed at a very young age and had a lot to dive with, so to speak. And there are some, it's kind of how you're built. So in theory, the Olympics is about performance. So regardless of your build, it's your performance in theory. But
Mhm.
my larger idea is that, so to speak, is that people are not interested. A lot of us say, well, when are people going to wake up, and when are people going to start seeing, and when are people going to stop watching the MSM and all of this, right? Well, look at the dive in numbers in all of the mainstream things that people idolized. Your sports, your Hollywood. Look at the numbers for the Oscars and Grammys and etc. Look at the numbers for sports, including the Olympics and the Super Bowl this year and all of that. People are seeing. And I guess I'm trying to throw out a nugget of hope out there as far as it feels like we're not getting anywhere. And to be honest, for the last few days, I've had a rush of anxiety about the noose tightening around us in this country. But
Mhm.
information and connections are still happening. We're finding a way, and we will find a way. And
Oh, yeah.
so I guess hope is another thing I'm throwing out there, and not just for
Well,
you
yeah,
guys, but for myself, because
it's kind of
it's
like I
scary.
said earlier. in my last stream. It's like a town hall slash a tavern, because boom, there we go. I already own my own bar. We come here to bullshit and discuss our problems and discuss matters of how to possibly solve them. Granted, this is an open network, so anybody and everybody probably is listening. But at the same time, it gives us mindset because we don't have to say everything that we're thinking.
Yep.
A lot of us already know what we're thinking.
Yep.
And it's just
100%.
like, we may not come out and be totally direct. We try and lead some of the newer people in. It's like, well, yeah, you probably should have at least 3 months worth of food and water stored up. Just saying, probably wouldn't be a
Right.
bad idea.
Yep.
And 3 months really it does not take much, folks. Even just a 3 month stash really does not take all that much. You are going to have to do some work, some leg work on your end. You're going to have to learn probably how to purify water. It's a good one to start with because water is super important. If you don't know how to purify it, like you could have a swimming pool next to you or in your backyard. Do you know how to purify that water? Have you tried purifying that water before? Now remember, it does have chlorine in it. You don't want to drink that amount of water with chlorine in it. You got to boil it out.
It's eyes to see and ears to hear. We don't have to try and convince anyone of anything as far as look at what's happening, be prepared, see what's coming to us here. It's a slow-mo avalanche, right? The people who are going to get it, we don't have to take a bunch of time to convince them to think about XYZ. They already know something's off, something's amiss, and they're going to come out and look for information, support, like minds, and what to do. Because the fact is it, in my opinion, probably, it makes no sense to run out in the streets guns blazing. It makes no sense. You're going to die. What makes sense to me is trying to become self-sustained and know your enemy, be aware of your surroundings. So I'm throwing out that hope there for people out there who are new or coming into this sort of community, as well as those of us who have for years been trying to kind of prepare and be mindfulness about society and what's going on. The fact is you smell your own. I believe that. I've said that for years. You smell your own. And when you hear and see truth and what feels right, you'll smell it and know it. And you'll know, hey, that seems like a pretty good idea for me to have my ducks in a row to be ready.
When you said smell it, all I could think of is you just shat it in your underwear. And then you're like,
I have sharted in my underwear as an adult multiple times.
oh my God, girl.
Yeah, I have. But I've seen a lot of anxiety lately, and I have felt it for myself. So I just want to throw that out there. We have found a way to find each other, and it's growing. And more people every week, every day are saying, all right, I'm going to start putting aside that water. That really, it's not hard. Go to the dollar store, just start putting it aside. Little things like that. That don't panic. Don't go and be one of those people that fills your cart with all the same thing over and over. That's not necessary. Just start being mindful about what you throw away, what you waste, what you use. It's shocking if shit hits the fan. It's shocking how you'll suddenly go to 2 squares of toilet paper. If you're going to wipe your ass right now, do you pull that rung so it goes boom, 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 boom with toilet paper? Or do you use a couple of squares? Do you use what's necessary? You get what I'm saying?
Dude, I never use that much, dude.
Me
I'll
neither,
tell you
but
what,
people
like
do.
the average toilet paper roll will last me about a week. Okay.
Right.
Whereas, it lasts women about 2 days, maybe.
Well, I admit I pee a lot, but not to be gross, but look, I pee a lot, probably twice an hour. I drink a lot of water.
Wow.
And I will use like a dab will do ya. If you're peeing like that, you just need enough to swipe her down a little bit, you know. If it's another job, it's another job. But
Man.
yeah, so a roll, yeah, I can
Yeah,
push a roll.
normally I'd
2
ask
rolls
you
a
a
week.
question about this point, but since we're on public TV, I'm not going to ask that question. But I do know one thing about girls and being good at peeing.
You guys are lucky. You can just shake it off. Shake it off. Darn, darn, darn. Shake it off. Hey, devil dog.
I got him. I got you, devil dog. Yeah, I had to bring up this old channel. I finally, well, I shouldn't say I finally got a strike. I got a strike on my After Dark channel. So I thank God I had this backup in my backup. But here we are, folks. Man, the censorship is fucking real, folks. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah. One step ahead. Give me 2 steps, darling. Give me 2 steps toward the floor.
Oh, you're talking
Give me
about
2
Leonard Skinner?
steps.
Yeah,
Yeah, Leonard Skinner.
3 steps. Give me 3
2
steps,
steps.
mister. Give me 3 steps
Oh,
towards the
3
door.
steps. Shit, you're right. You're right. Crap. It is 3
Oh
steps.
yeah, dude. Yeah, he didn't
Yeah.
want no part of that redneck.
Dang
He's like, oh,
it.
dude, I am so sorry. I didn't realize that was your bitch.
Yeah, that's funny. Shit, y'all got it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's my new channel. Fuck it. Why not? I can play that song.
Yeah.
I'll just put it under the background music.
You know, I see a lot of reaction channels where they'll, for a while, I watched them for several months. It was a lot of fun to watch people who like rap react to metal, and people who like metal react to rap, and all
Mm-hmm.
these different genres. And
Yep.
so, why are those reaction channels still good to go when the primary focus is the music? And sometimes they'll let it play for a good minute. It's not even the 10-second
Well,
thing or the whatever. I don't get it.
okay. I think a part of it, a big part. I don't know how big a part, but like the person that created the music, like Tom McDonald. I mean, I can get away with playing Tom McDonald music on
Mhm.
my stream. Now I do have to break it up, like you said, between the chorus and verse. But if he sings for a minute and a half on the chorus, then I'll let it play out, and then I'll stop it, and I'll be like, dude, I took this away from that, and I got this from that message, and and then I'll play the verse, and then I'll pause it again, and that's how you got to do it on those. But that's mainly if you actually show them on stream. If you just play them on stream,
Right. Celtic Mutt, what's the time period? Is it 15
like
seconds? Minute?
what I'm doing right now. See,
Yeah.
you can hear my background.
Yeah.
All right, but it's not up on the screen.
But if we
So they
critique
won't give
it,
me a copyright strike. They'll give me a copyright claim. And it's like, hey, this is our music. Fuck you. But if we talk over it loud enough, then, maybe we won't. Maybe we do. I don't know. It doesn't matter. This ain't monetized no way, no how.
you know what? It was a devastating plane crash. The Skinner.
Anyways, Virginia,
Yes.
was this the song you were talking about, baby?
Yes. Yes. 100%. Yes. Excellent.
When you are a man with a gun in his hand,
Man.
looking for who.
Ooh. Please. Ain't got no trouble with you.
Oh shit!
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me. Yeah. I didn't even. Yeah. All right. I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be back.
You know
No,
what's funny? I do too. So now we have to take turns because someone has to talk every 15 seconds. Don't shake it more than twice, love.
mean and big and bad. Oh, pulling that gun at me. Wait a minute, I never.
Kissed her. Ain't got no trouble with you.
Oh, me, but ask one favor from you.
Obviously, I
Now,
don't.
won't you give me 3 steps? Give me
Give
3
me 3
steps,
steps,
mister. Give me
mister.
3 steps towards the
Toward the
door.
door.
Give me 3 steps. Give me 3 steps, mister, and you'll never see me no more.
God bless these
For
people
sure.
listening to us sing. I'm sorry, all of you. I apologize deeply for this commentary and its offensiveness.
Oh, dude. Are you kidding? Come on, man. Dude, Leonard Skinner. I grew up with Leonard.
No, I mean me singing and you singing. It's like
Oh, I know. Yeah, they're
have
like,
to ruin it,
you
y'all,
guys
so we
suck.
can
You are
enjoy
the
it.
worst. Yeah, well, dude, it's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning. It's like, what kind of karaoke do you expect out of a
Yeah.
fucking raccoon with his tongue sticking
That's
out?
true. A raccoon eating a rose. This is what you get.
No flow. Well, it ain't no fun looking straight down a 44.
That's
And
really funny.
Linda knew
You
I
are
was looking for from a mile away.
head for the door.
Give me 3 steps.
3 steps for the door. Give me 3 steps. I mean, isn't this the sexiest shit though? If you think about it, Leonard Skinner is sexy, so sexy.
Wow. You don't hear a lot of women say that, folks. Although Nikki might say that. I'm sure Nikki probably doesn't mind him.
Hey, Phoenix. We're just talking about nothing over the music. But there is something super sexy about your bands like Leonard Skinner and Creedence Clearwater Revival and some of those bands that had that I don't know if I would say patriotic feel, but that home, having some pride in your, like the one I'm thinking of right now is CCR, Fortunate Son. Excellent song.
Oh, yeah,
Good
CPR.
example. Yes. Fortunate Son, they played in Forrest Gump. And really good example of something that, yeah, Americana, Arkansas, exactly. That is
Well, then,
pride in
Phoenix,
our
what the
country.
hell are you doing over here?
Hey,
Ain't no
Patrick.
sexy men over here.
Okay,
I don't know.
I'm gonna drain the vein. I'll be right back.
Ooh, okay. I shall hold the chat then. I gotta get used to public speaking one of these days or another. Ain't never been there. Yeah, she's got a bang. Nah, no, I hold on to that thought, Garrett. Yeah, me and Virginia, we flirt a little bit, but not that much. There's a lot of things going on behind the stage that you don't know about. But she is a very close friend of mine. I'll give you that. Very close. Like she always says, I'm her hubby. Oh, pardon me. Mud. Wait, hold on. Maybe I don't care. Hold on. Give me a second here. I think I missed part of the message. Oh. All right. I got you now. All right.
Fortunate Son, dude. I'm telling you, CCR, Fortunate Son. I'm telling y'all, that is the song you will think of. If you listen to the first line, some folks were born, made, raise the flag. Ooh, the red, white, and blue.
Oh, yeah.
That's Fortunate Son. And that's what made the CCR Americana connection for me, for sure. They have some very good emotional songs, and I can hear one now.
It ain't me. It ain't me.
Hey, me.
No.
It's Fortunate
Trust
Son.
me. Dude,
Fortunate Son.
you got to think about this, Virginia. I know you're not that far behind me, but I did grow up in a different area and a different genre. I listened to a lot of country. I heard a lot of, dude, I grew up on 70s and 80s and 90s rock and roll.
Yeah.
Like
we're only 5 years apart, dude. I was raised on the same shit. Chet Atkins, old country, the old Hank Williams, my dad plays guitar, and he would play all of the old country songs, the old rock songs. We're in the same boat, doggy. I got you. That's right. This is the one. Hey, Independent.
I was scolding my first joke. I know a bit. I was there the night I rose. Open up a bit. Yes. Oh, fishes. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Virginia did open up her flower that night.
Wait, I opened my. Oh.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not the first time you've opened it to me.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I see. I went back. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean that in a sexual way, unless you want it that way.
You and I are understood, my love. Terrible. It is okay. No qualification needed. We are good. I love you.
Yeah. This is a classic, man.
It is.
I'll tell you what. If anybody can listen to this song and not feel patriotic, then you need to get the fuck out of our country.
Yeah. Totally. My mom saw them live. You know what's hilarious? My mom saw the Steve Miller Band live. You know, Abracadabra or the Joker. I'm a joker. I'm a toker. Right?
Yeah.
Or a smoker. Midnight toker. She did not get that the line, I really love your peaches, want to shake your tree, was sexual. She did. I was an adult before my mother was like, oh, I see what they're saying now. I'm like, Mom, you got.
Oh my God.
You don't know what they're saying.
It's only been 100 years, Mom. Yeah, right now you're just now catching what they're saying, but you were listening to it the whole time. Getting subliminal messages and shit.
Throwing her hands in the air, shaking her tree.
Yeah.
You know, just let's do this.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, as sexy as I was when I was a kid, I bet my mom was way, way more sexy.
You know, the sad reality for all of you men out there, your mom was sexy as fuck one day. She was sexy. And I know that no man likes to see his mother as an object of desire, but if she wasn't, you wouldn't be here. And
Well, that's true.
well, not for
That
100%,
my dad,
but
my dad's solid. My dad is totally fucking solid.
yeah,
I mean, you know, granted, he does fall into the narrative of the whole, you know, oh man, yeah, I need to get this vaccine thing. Well, I told you the other day, my kids got the damn thing, and both of them. And I'm like, are you kidding me? They both went out and said, yeah, we're getting it. My son at least had somewhat of an excuse. He's like, you know, you get tired of going to people's houses and they're like, hey, no, are you jabbed or do you need to wear a mask or what? And it's like, dude, are you kidding me? If you follow the dictator in chief's message, you'd already be wearing both, doing both.
good night.
We would all be enslaved under Lord Helmet, Dark
Right.
Helmet.
Right.
I'll just leave it at that.
Well,
Yeah, before
we
say
are.
something that'll definitely get me kicked off. but-
Yeah. Let's like take a swerve. I mean, go to Steve Miller, the Joker, and then we can segue.
The Joker on the Midnight Smoker. I know it. I don't know if I want to play that one.
All right. Well, we'll just take a swerve.
All right, you know what? I do have one. That will
Bring it. Bring it.
Okay, all right.
Freedom. It's like burn it. I'm so glad that almost everybody found us. I see all of you in chat there. It's if I go over to type, it slows down my StreamYard. That's why I haven't been in the chat actively, but I see you guys and your comments and hellos and oh yeah.
Dude, like right there, man. Dude, that's like the clincher for me. And like seriously. Like, yeah, what? You know, we're walking around with two graves dug,
Yep.
on fire, guns, talking shit the entire time. Come on, tell me that's not Americana.
Wonder what the great white shark is.
In bloody. Damn, that's what I love about this song, man. I mean, did you hear him? He's like, yeah, I'm all right. We'll say something about this corrupt country. Fuck you, motherfuckers, man. What do you got? What do you got, man? We'll dig a fucking ditch. Hell yeah. Wouldn't be the first time I have.
One thing for sure is that music is a universal language. You know,
I'm sorry, what?
music is a universal language. It'll say the message in no matter what your color, race, creed, anything. Music breaks the barrier.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, with blacks, usually it's more like rap and hip hop, but and then you get some idiot whites that listen to that crap. But most of us, well, like shit. Me personally, you know, when I went on my beer run tonight, you know what I listened to was Ghost Prepper and Rip Curl and Prepper 101
Right.
because I like those guys and they do have a lot of knowledge to put down. You know, plus they're all just, I mean, we're all talking the same thing. We're all talking the same language.
Yep.
Just, you know, they're talking more of the prepper. And dude, I was amazed, dude. He's getting 100 people out there.
I
No.
like to see different perspectives and points of view from different angles because they didn't all agree on everything. And I think that's the whole key to this whole thing is
Yep.
we're all able to unite, even if we don't see everything the same way.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you know, where I live, how I have to prepare, it's way different than where other people can prepare, do prepare. I mean, you know, some people have basements. Awesome.
Right.
I fucking wish I had a basement. Instead, I've got, dude, like seriously, I'm gonna have to bail. I'm gonna have to bounce.
Right.
It's gonna suck. I mean, I can't stock up, you know, 5 years worth of food where I'm at right now. I've got about, I don't know, 6 to 8 months, give or take.
Right.
And not to mention my family all has at least 4 to 6 months. I mean, so, you know, between us all, I mean, if we had to ration it out, we
Yep.
probably got over a year.
Make a lot of stews.
Yeah, and plus we can catch rabbit and coyote. Anyways, let me go back to the song.
All right.
Die tonight, but if I do, I'ma be okay. And if I die tonight, at least I stood by the stuff I say. I got two brains dug, one for me and one for the motherfucker standing in my way. And if I die tonight, at least I can say I never ran away. You can get it, I'ma fight to the death of me. I ain't never been on the run from an enemy. Heavily on to the teeth, got an army with me, and I'm ready to die if you threaten me. AKs, ARs, you ain't who you say you are. Bullets start flying, putting ghosts in the graveyard. Full moon lighting up the battlefield. Battle to my last breath, and my blood splatter here. Just breathe a minute, just think a minute. You don't wanna go to war. Or we can get it, yeah, we can bring it right to your front door. I don't think you wanna go that route. I ain't know the fuck around. I'ma throw 100 rounds, put your cold body in the fucking ground. Get the point, bitch, when I hit you with the hollow round. What the fuck you talk about? I don't wanna talk about it. Leave your body right there, laying what you talking about. Why I gotta go so hard? Why you so fucking soft? Why your man running, bitch? You already fucking lost. I might die tonight, but if I do, I'm gonna be okay. And if I die tonight, at least I stood by stuff I say. I got two graves dug, one for me and one for the motherfucker standing in my way. And if I die tonight, at least I can say I never ran away.
Damn, I love that song, dude. Like they really rocked it on that one, dude.
Yeah, and the message is that you're not just going to give up and bend over and grab
Oh,
your
hell no, dude. I'm gonna dig the graves. What are you fucking talking
wrap
about?
your knees around your neck, you know? Right.
Daniel, that's funny
Right.
you said that because, dude, I have Gangster's Paradise saved on my playlist. I like that one too. Fucking Coolio on that one, dude. That was a good track, dude. Man, that was
Yep.
definitely a good one. Actually,
You know, it's from the movie Dangerous Minds.
yeah, whatever. It was.
You remember that, right? That's from the soundtrack Dangerous Minds with Michelle Pfeiffer. She played a teacher.
Yes.
And
Oh yeah,
Coolio.
yeah. I've seen that. I've probably
The movie
never
is called
mind.
Dangerous Minds.
I was gonna
Yep.
say something, but I'm gonna stop myself.
No, I'm spitting out. I'm spitting back.
No, I think Michelle is very attractive.
Oh yes, she was the original Catwoman in the Tim Burton
I'm telling
Batman. Yep.
you. Yep. So I've been spanking her for a while.
No doubt. Yeah. Tom Petty is the shit, girl. I see you. Love Tom Petty.
All right, you know what? I'll try it. I'll try this.
American Girl is an awesome song. Oh, she was an American girl, raised on promises. Yeah.
All right. Lion and chalk food.
See, Michelle Pfeiffer. This is a movie scene right here.
In the pistol smoke. Ooh.
Can you put on closed captions so we can read it?
Not saying prayers.
That'd be sweet.
Dude, I love the transition right there. And like honestly, God, not just this video, but other videos, they've you know, when they switch it over and they have the different singer doing the verse,
Right.
like sometimes they'll add on to that. In this case,
Right. Like a
they-
remix.
Yeah, like God, what was
I hear you. There's a really good Rage Against the Machine remix with it's Bulls on Parade. I can't think of the artist that does it, and it's fucking badass. But
Pantera?
no, it's not Pantera. It's actually a African American gentleman, and he's a rapper, and
Oh,
he does. Oh, Curry. His name is Curry. Denzel Curry does a version of Bulls on Parade, and he does the song, but he adds shit into it, and you're like, oh shit, you know, because he ain't scared of no calling bullshit, you know.
all right. Anyways, let me get back to the video.
Let's do it.
God, she
Yeah.
could come home to me. Mm. That would be that reminds me of one of my teachers. Actually, kind of like.
Do you
man,
want her in the Catwoman suit or the
all right, you
teacher
know what?
outfit?
All right, you know everybody out there, all the men. Well, I don't care, man or woman. You know, because Phoenix. I'm sorry, you didn't got a wrench. Hold on, got your wrench. Okay, so male or female, have you ever had a crush on one of your high school or junior high teachers?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, which one?
Oh man.
Oh my God, there's been a few. You
No.
can't remember which one?
No,
I know
well,
of only one teacher that actually has been attractive to me.
I went to new schools every 2 years. I moved around a lot,
Oh,
but
dude,
I remember that I would have a crush on some of them. But what's funny is I don't remember any of my teachers' names. Because again, I moved every 2 years. I had a new school, so I don't remember the name. I just know that yes,
I
I
could.
did have a crush. You know.
All right. Well, okay, I can agree with you on that. I don't remember her name. I just remember she taught guitar and chorus, and
Ooh.
I was in both part of the time with my girlfriend, and my girlfriend was in chorus. I was in guitar, but I did both. So they pulled me up on the band stage sometimes, which I fucking hated. When she'd be like, "Hey, I need a guitar player. Can you come in and do this for our freaking songs?" And I'm like, "Okay, damn it." I got so nervous getting in front of the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway,
But you did it. Here we go.
Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the street, so I gotta be
down with the hood.
Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an
Educated fool with money on my mind.
Got my tin in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, set tripping banker, and my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live and see 24 the way?
She got sexy lips, man.
So blind to see the ones we have are you and me. Yeah, this song is just crazy.
What
I mean,
year is it?
dude, he did such a good job on this fucking video.
Yeah.
Like really.
Yep. And it was perfect for the genre of that movie. At that time, we had a lot of movies about teachers helping underprivileged kids.
God, what was the other one with Lou? Damn,
Louis
I can't
Gossett
remember his
Jr.?
name. The one, it was a Mexican
Yes.
teacher.
Yes.
Oh my God, it was based on a true story.
True story. Yes.
Shit, I can't believe I don't remember the name of that movie.
I've seen it.
Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about.
Yes. There was one with Morgan Freeman too. where he was the principal and he helped kids out, and that was actually before both of these were mentioning. I can't think of that one either. Dang it, you guys, help us. But yeah, there was about a decade there where a bunch of movies came out about principals, teachers, what have you, pulling kids out of the dredges.
Oh shit! All right, Mutt. Well, happy belated birthday then, brother.
Oh shit. Did we? Oh shit, Mutt, is it your birthday?
No, it was back on the
Okay.
3rd. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I can speak a little bit of Spanish. Actually, Spanish. If you learn Spanish, you could actually get along with quite a few languages. Anyways, back to the video.
Do it.
Money in the power, minute after minute, hour after hour. Everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's in me. They say I got the nerve, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't. I guess they won't. I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool. Been spending most of their lives living in the paradise. Been spending most of their lives living in the paradise. Been spending most of their lives.
Okay.
I believe the movie with Morgan Freeman was Lean on Me. Lean on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Lean on Me.
Lean on
That was
Me.
a good one.
Yep, it was a movie in the 80s.
This one right here
Yep.
kind of reminds me of people getting arrested. Okay, but you know, if you ever notice, if you see a black guy get shot by white cops,
Mhm.
it makes the headline news. But if you ever see another black man shot by another black man, you
Every
really
day.
you don't get any fucking info on that unless you go to like Chicago Sun Times or whatever. I mean, like seriously, dude, they have incredible amounts of death. Now, granted, we get people shot out here in Arizona. Yeah, people get shot. Sometimes for the right reason, sometimes for the wrong reason. Sometimes the cops do it, sometimes the criminals do it. You just never know. It's why most of us carry guns.
I see it as there are a haystack. Let's say there's a haystack of criminals and shootings that might be domestic or criminal or what have you, right? And so out of that huge haystack of incidences, the proverbial they are going to pull the most useful needle out of that haystack. You know, they say you take a needle out of a haystack. Well, the proverbial they are going to take the needle out of that haystack that serves the most purpose, and they're going to broadcast it wide and far.
All right, hold on. Let me, stop that. Oh, Indy, you found your way over. All right, cool. Hold on.
Okay, Celtic, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, here you go,
Roger
Indy.
that.
I got your wrench. Yeah, we're just fucking around. It's a brand new channel. They struck my last backup channel. Hopefully they don't strike. God, that'd suck horribly if I got all 3 taken down.
Well, carry on.
I will.
It
But you know
happens.
what? Dude, I'll tell you what, man. The conversations between me and Moose Man on the Dangerous Freedom channel, dude. Like seriously, we keep it within the park, and we bat it around. Good topics. Especially if you're like a gun person.
I'm
But
kind of amazed that it stays up. I've seen a lot of your Saturday nights. I'll watch the replay or whatever. I'm surprised that stays up sometimes as opposed to things we talk about that I've seen not, you know? Like you and Moose can get into it kind of detailed and
to the best of our knowledge. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, and Moose Man, that's why we get along so well, is because we both play to our knowledge and our strengths, you know. And now, granted, he's got me topped. He does.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, it's not like I'm coming into this with nothing to add. You know what I mean?
Moose Man has me topped every day, if you know what I mean.
Ooh. Does Red know about that?
Yeah, she does. She's right in the middle. Cherry cheesecake. What do you think that means? No, but you're right. It's those like minds, and frankly, I've learned more from him probably in any place or way than anyone that I've met. And so when you get those like minds that have varying points of view, you exponentially grow the amount of information and knowledge that can be
Yep.
passed out to people.
And see, now that's the thing that gets to me, though, Virginia, is because my last channel was struck for misinformation. And
Yeah.
do I know about what? No, I really don't. And like I tried to explain to YouTube, and like I've already said in this one, and I'll repeat myself, none of us are professional doctors, lawyers. Well, at least I should say, for most of us, are
Yep.
not. And
Right.
like, seriously, why even come after my channel? I really think that somebody must have said something, done something, be
Right.
like, oh, this guy shouldn't go.
Reporting
Yeah.
like the mainstream
So,
media.
so, you know, hey, if a few of you go to the appeal, let me see if you go to appeal my channel, I mean, I already put in my appeal. It was only a few sentences long, and it was just like, dude, we're just speaking opinion. Nobody here is documenting anything,
Mm-hmm.
and this is all our opinion. And why? Why
Yep.
would you even, dude? What? Because of wrong thing? I mean, like, seriously, at this point, it's about the only thing I can think of. Why
It's
they would.
obvious that it's about certain topics. People
Yeah,
can
it's
come
about
on
wrong
here
thing.
and
Oh, you've
say
got to
whatever they
see.
want
got-
about, you know, certain topics. We do not have free speech. It is evident.
It is the thing that we do not talk about.
Oh yeah.
And does that sound like a movie script out of
Oh my God, the thing was
the
an awful.
one we don't talk about?
Uh-huh.
I mean, come on, give me a God. Give me
That's
a
all
break.
right. You know what's
No,
fun
it's
is
not
that
all
for the
right.
most part, we're still growing in
God's
being
gonna
able
be a
to
big part of it.
communicate because you and many other channels have found a way where it's like, look, we're going to find a way to talk to each other, damn it. There's something going on and we know it, and we're going to make some kind of a little network. So, you know, fuck them. I don't care. I do care. Actually, I do care. But I mean, we're finding our little ways. And at the end of the day, I hope that silent majority, as it were, are stronger than ever. Mm. Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up on the chat here.
Okay. As you're reading, Joyful, I see what you're throwing down 100%. And it's pretty freaking sophisticated. There's some interviews, multiple people. Musk has one. If you remember that positive guru guy, dang it, he's like 6'5" and he has dark hair. He also owns one of those. You know, you've heard of Sophia. There are many people who own a Sophia, and there are interviews available, and they are programmed. The fine tuning is to the degree that I don't believe they're sentient yet, our senses being taste, touch, all of that, right? But the deduction skills, the ability to predict. Think about how easy it is for Hollywood to make human beings behave a certain way just with predictive programming. You think they can't do that with an algorithm? Yeah, they fucking can, and they have been for a long time. So, how sophisticated is it? Beyond your wildest dreams. Once you accept that, you know the enemy better. That's my opinion. Tony Robbins, joyful, thank you. Yes,
All right.
Tony Robbins has.
What I will say to that, Virginia,
Yeah.
is that some of us have been woken up for years, and we're watching this shit play out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand where backwoods patriot is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the time. It's because, dude, they've been warning us about this. We've been warned. They're still doing it, and they're still getting away with it.
Yep.
And it's
Getting better.
disgusting. It's not right. And
Mhm.
yes, I wish there was something we could do. We try suing their asses. We try all the same methods that those assholes try with us.
As long as there are people in the world with the money and the intent, these technologies will continue, whether it's robotics, biologics, chemical, whatever. If there is someone in this world with the intention and the money, it's going to happen. So if there's anything you can imagine in your wildest fucking dreams, ask yourself the next question. Has anyone else in the world thought of this? And do they have the intent and the money to make it happen? Tell me an example where the answer is no. Tell me one. I'll start there. I'm not going to try and list examples. I'm going to say, tell me one where no, money intent didn't already make it happen. So as far as the technologies we're all worried about, I believe they have been at least thought of and developed and created to at least a certain degree. Do we know all about? Okay, let me go here. You know what? One of the biggest turning points in my mental state is when they cloned Dolly the sheep. Remember Dolly the sheep in 1994, 5, 6? In, I believe, the UK is where it was. They cloned Dolly the sheep. Her clone died very young. Someone in the chat will be able to say it didn't live very long, right? They put it on mainstream media in the mid 90s. And I thought to myself, all right, they're putting on mainstream media in the mid 90s that they are cloning sheep in these factories to test biological and chemical capabilities. And you want to tell me no one's done that with a human and an XYZ? Fuck you, yes, they have. If the fact you saw it on the news means it was 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100-year-old technology. What they were trying to do is make us comfortable with it. We were being conditioned to say, okay, well, they can do that with sheep and with chicken and with pigs and whatever, right? So it must be all right. We were being conditioned 27 years ago, 25, whatever it is with Dolly, to think that DNA replication to make a clone of the same biological entity was okay. They used a sheep because who cares if a sheep died? Well, you want to tell me in all that time they haven't done people? No. Nope. That's right. Red Hot Chili Peppers, we are.
Yeah, you're scaring the hell of me, except you're not. Like, seriously, come on. Dude, I know that our government is at least 20 to 30 to 40 years ahead of us.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, there's probably a cure for cancer.
Oh,
I
there's
mean,
been a cure for cancer
just
for
don't even
100
bullshit
years.
me. I
Yeah.
would bet right now there's probably a cure for cancer, and just the pharma won't let it out.
No, because there's money to be made.
They make too much money.
Yep.
They're fucking whores.
If you hear about it on the news, that technology has already existed for at least several decades. when they finally admitted to Dolly in the 90s, let me tell you what, go watch the movie The Boys from Brazil. Go watch about some of the experiments going on 50 years before Dolly. They've already been doing it. It's already been done. The whole thing about putting it out there in the declassified files is so that we get used to it. So that by the time our kids come up to age, it's like, oh yeah, we already knew about this. No shock, right? Yeah, it's fucking shocking, actually.
Dude, you know, when I first watched The Predator, I was like, holy crap, look at that suit. And then once I started researching the movie, it was a project that the US had 20 years beforehand to make light and video reflect on the other side. You know, it was just all a bunch of mirrors and cameras. And
Yep,
I'm like, holy shit.
right.
So that's why it looked damn near invisible. Do I think that we have similar shit? My God, I can only imagine what we've got now. Why in the hell did Donald Trump create a space force? I mean, what do we have? I mean, honestly, everybody think about it. In a real manner, what do we have up in outer space? I know we've got tons of satellites. What the hell else do we get up there? How many nukes do we have up there? How many nukes does Russia have up there? I know they always show the U.S. space station, and you got U.S. and Russia and Japanese and everybody all getting along. um, come on, man, what do they got up there?
I believe there are fringe civilizations. I believe that, again, like I said a few minutes ago, if you have the money and the intent, it's already happened. Therefore, did someone have enough money and enough intention with the technology as it developed decades ago to create a fringe civilization in space, as it were? I'll just use that term to be simple right now, but do I believe it's possible there are fringe civilizations above us? Yes, I do. Because if I can think of it, somebody thought of it decades ago and had the money to do it.
Damn, Dan,
Wow.
that sucks, dude. I can't imagine being in a place like that, dude. I just, dude, like, seriously, I just can't.
Well, we're getting there. New York City is already there.
Now,
All right, Moose Man. Joe sniffs Kamala's, and when she's on her knees, he gets in the nuts. He's trying to make us change the subject.
well, yeah, I don't want to change it to that subject, Moose.
Yeah, Kamala knees. Mutt, I don't like that topic. It's
Actually, I'm thinking about getting off of here. I mean,
yeah,
between my stream earlier and then my stream tonight and then my other stream tonight, I think, yeah, it's almost 2 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Um, if y'all want to hang out backstage, you're more than welcome to. Um, did I put up the link to this one? I don't know.
no, I don't think so.
All right, I'll throw up the link really quick. That way, if you guys want to join in, you can. I mean, I'm not gonna cut y'all off just because I'm going to bed, but I am gonna end the stream because Moose Man would kick my ass if I don't. That's one thing I love about Moose Man. He's like, dude, shut down the fucking stream, dude.
We're here for you.
I would think the opposite. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, we're out of here. just stay where you are. Everybody else, I sent out the link. Remember, follow this channel, like it, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. donate to my PayPal because ain't none of us fucking rich right now, and I need ammo. Anyways, everybody, I love you all. God bless you all. Stay armed, and I'll see you tomorrow.